can't get fired.
Yeah, even if you have to start small, man. Yeah, like yeah.
So your music is it hip hop?
The bass, the core of it is hip hop, definitely.
And do you write your own lyrics? And,
Yeah, definitely.
Is there a theme to the songs you write? Like what you like writing about? And
definitely. And it's always having to backtrack sometimes about different situations I was in, and I think confronting myself about certain things I used to do and get up to, and because I believe I'm perceived a certain way in a good way, but I know for myself, like I've done things where it's hurt myself and hurt others, whether I know it or not. And yeah, I think a lot of people always used to think it was like me against the world, but I've found that was like me versus myself kind of thing. Yeah, it's trying to get rid of the bad side, the dark side, the evil side, and kind of let the good prevail, you know, like to win, kind of thing, yeah.
It's like the hero's journey.
yeah. In a way, yeah.
So it was more storytelling. Your music.
I love storytelling and like wordplay and all that, man. Like I really just love the art of hip hop, man. Like whether it's raw, whether it's wordplay, whether it's storytelling, yeah, just all of it in general, yeah.
Who's one of your influences growing up? You mentioned 50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent. If I had to go top 5, obviously Tupac will be there, just from others that played it and kind of more heartfelt. Then I'll go probably Kendrick Lamar for me, my era. Eminem. Andre 3000. Yeah. And I'll say J. Cole, but I love Kanye West as well as a producer and an artist. And Dr. Dre. I love Kanye and Dr. Dre for their beats, the way they produce. And yeah, they're just different. I think a lot of what I call music nowadays is like fast food music, where it's like it blows up and then dies out. But one thing I love about the old school hip hop or like Eminem's or whatever, they have like a solid fan base. Like their fan base grows up with them and they still admire. And that's something I've always strived for, and I think that's why I'm doing the 73 schools, because I know my music will change as I get older as well, and I hope they appreciate that too. Yeah.
I like how you mentioned the fast food.
Yeah, fast food music.
Fast food music, because
yeah.
I wonder if it's because there's no more albums anymore, really. No more CD albums and like back in the days. Yeah. Like when you bought a Notorious B.I.G. album, all the songs, you listen to all of them. Yeah. And you can pick like maybe 80% is like real mean. Yeah. Like you don't know which one's going to be a single. Yeah. You know? And Tupac as well, on any of those albums. Yeah. I think today with Spotify and that, you don't really, you pick on the song rather than the whole artist there, sort of thing.
That's why the way I'm doing my music is online. Like no one can play it on Spotify. I'm the one that creates the list, and that's the only way you can get it. And that's the way I'm engaging with all these schools, or even all the people if they want it, or whoever I come in contact with, because I want it to be special. Like the old days, like I know it's not gonna, everyone's gonna appreciate it, because everyone can just click now to social media, but I still enjoy listening to albums. Kendrick Lamar is the reason why I can listen to a whole album and appreciate like listening to the old generation too. 50 Cent stuff, Eminem, like all of that. I really like when I play some old music back, I'm like, damn, I didn't even realize this line in that. Like as I get older, and I'm like, fuck, that's mean, man. Like I'm catching all the stuff that I didn't catch when I was younger, and I'm like, fuck, they were ahead of their time. But it's not appreciated, I reckon, as much nowadays. Yeah.
I got into hip hop with it was my favorite. Yeah, because I grew up because I was primary school in the 80s, high school in the 90s. So hip hop probably came in the 90s when I started high school, or maybe intermediate. Intermediate, it was MC Hammer.
Oh, mean, bro. MC Hammer, yeah.
MC Hammer, when MC Hammer came out, man, he was the man. So that was my first introduction into hip hop. But I remember the underground's not underground, but I remember Public Enemy was there. Yeah. I read Radio Kingpin and NWA. Yeah. And that was the first time I heard swearing. Yeah. I was like, man.
Was that weird?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was weird. Like, man, this is. Didn't know you can swear in the music, in the song, you know. So it wasn't really mainstream, sort of, but it was there. And then what really took it to mainstream that had swearing was for me. My era was Naughty by Nature.
Oh,
when
true.
OPP first came out.
Yeah.
And that was like, man, they're swearing, but it was cool.
Yeah,
at the same time.
Yeah.
So they kind of brought it in.
Yeah.
Brought it into our kind of music that we were listening to back in those days.
Yeah.
But for me, my favorite, because I was sort of like a fan of the East Coast.
Yeah, yeah.
So all those guys, like Eric Sermon, those guys.
Nas and all that.
Nas, Mobb Deep, and even when Wu-Tang Clan, when those guys came in, but it wasn't until G-Funk came out in the West that it went there. That was a meme too.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, it's sort of cool because you had the East Coast stuff, then you had the Dr. Dre stuff.
Yeah.
And when Snoop Dogg first came out, his Doggy Style album, man, that was the album that was blasting in every garage drink up, you know, every part, every it was everywhere. That blew up, man. And I think that blew up for West Coast for everyone.
Yeah.
But then and East Coast sort of died down a bit, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I was always the B.I.G. fan. He was my number one. Still is my number one.
Well, what's your favorite song from him?
Oh, I like his songs when he's sort of battling. His battle songs like Unbelievable. I love that.
Wow,
Unbelievable is mean.
Yeah.
Even that Kick in the Door song.
The door. Yeah.
All the songs that got to do with saying he's the best.
Yeah.
And he's battling other rappers. I love his style. His wordplay and all that. It's mean, man.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned that. That's what I love about Eminem. Like those songs that not many people know. Like when they're just trying to be lyrical, like Battle. Those are the best ones I like listening to as well.
Yeah. Because my favorite all time verse for Notorious B.I.G. is when he comes in on the that Craig Mack song, the Flavor in Your Ear. His bit in the beginning. Man. The wordplay on that is like, oh my gosh. His I got more butts than ashtrays, and that I rap a lot, but not from Houston. Like he's talking about those ghetto boys, eh? Yeah. But man, he's the man.
That's mean, man. Yeah, I've learned to not show that side of me about hip hop to many people. Cause
how come?
Nah, cause like when you're in it, it's different. When you used to be a fan of it, like I'm a fan of it, but now since I'm actually doing it, writing every day and all that, it's
It's a humble thing.
No. Oh, I don't know if you want to call it humble. It's like, you know, like in like us, we can spectate someone when they're playing the sport, like rugby or whatever, and we're like, gee, why are they not doing this? But until you're in it, then you understand. Right. Like I don't like I look like a nerd or a geek when I'm like, gee, what do you reckon of this? Like, in front of people, so I kind of like I have to learn how to mellow it down and just be like,
That's right to be a nerd, okay?
Yeah. I kind of like just keep it to myself and don't want anyone to think I'm weird when